Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. Central Bank Governor of India says the next major financial crisis could come from cryptocurrencies. Is this guy serious? I mean, you take a look around the world right now and you see what's going on. They're trying to tear down the current financial system to bring in a new one. Yet the problem's going to come from crypto. No, crypto is going to come in and fix the problem. We are in a world where you can literally tokenize anything from commodities to financial assets, real estate, wine, cars, art, and many more. We are even exploring tokenizing time and tokenizing expertise. This is coming from Ripple. Now, that reminds me of the movie In Time. All of a sudden, any time we have can be tokenized at some point. Is that where Ripple's going with this? Or do they mean tokenizing the time for you to perform a job? It depends on the way you look at it. But it was strange to see them talk about tokenizing time. But we know the World Economic Forum also wants to tokenize the water, the trees. Eventually, they'll tokenize the air we breathe. FedNow service provider showcases Volani offers a variety of additional products and services to enrich a financial institution's instant payments roadmap. Next generation cross-border transactions, Ripple, Visa Direct, Visa B2B, MasterCard Send, and others. And it looks like the whole world is pushing towards Ripple. I mean, little by little, they're taking over the entire world. That's why when we talk about Ripple and XRP moving all the world's money, literally that's what it means. At some point, I feel XRP will be at the heart of all of this. Scheduling updates as of December 21st, 2022. This is for the SEC lawsuit. So motions for summary judgment, fully briefed and awaiting a decision. Motions to exclude expert testimony. December 22nd, 2022, parties file omnibus motions to seal all materials relating to the summary judgment motions, including briefs, Rule 56.1 statements and counterstatements, declarations, and supporting exhibits. Parties must also file proposed redactions to those materials at that time. Then the next date for the courts is going to be January 4th of next year. Any non-parties must file a motion to seal any summary judgment materials to the extent the non-party seeks additional and different sealing treatment or redactions than requests by the parties. If no motion to seal is received by then, the non-party waives their right to object to the court's ultimate ruling on the parties' motion to seal or redact the summary judgment materials. Then January 9th is another court date. Parties file oppositions to omnibus motions to seal that were filed on December 22nd of this year. January 13th, the parties must file the Dobert motions and accompanying exhibits on the public docket with redactions consistent with the court's December 19, 2022 sealing rule. January 18th, all parties and non-parties must file oppositions, if any, to the non-party motions to seal that were due on January 4th, 2023. Now, a lot of people feel something big is going to happen on the 22nd, today. And that could be anything, and it was hinted from David Schwartz. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. I never like to put dates on things because anything can happen. And people get very hopeful when they see a date of something happening, and then nothing happens, and then they get frustrated. So it looks like a lot of things can happen between now and January 18th. All banks migrating to the new system with a Big Bang approach. Big Bang adoption or direct changeover is when a new system is adopted instantly with no transition period between the old and new systems. Now, this is talking about ISO. And like I said before, the way they talk about that Big Bang approach is almost like a flip of the switch moment. That's why people get hopeful about overnight, all of a sudden, XRP skyrocketing in price because of that. But everything now looks like it's going to this. And no matter how many times you have seen this, this is where they're talking about Ripple being backed by gold, Stellar backed by silver, so on and so forth. And the more we see that the world is going back to the gold standard, this makes a lot more sense today than it did a year ago. And the way we've seen Russia back their digital currencies by palladium, it gives you further hope that this could actually happen. And I see more talk of that now than ever. Pay attention. If you're sleeping, you may miss a generational change in our monetary system. These countries don't think it's a joke, so why should you? And that's the way you should invest. You should invest the way the world moves. You know, I make a lot of videos where I talk about things that are happening in the world, and then I show you how it could directly be tied to Ripple or XRP or crypto in general. Because everything we see happening in the world right now all comes back to crypto. Somehow, some way, it does. You see somebody announce a CBDC, you know it's going to be tied to crypto in the future. You see something about digital IDs, it's part of the new Great Reset, which also includes crypto being introduced to the world. But then you look around and you see how all these countries are getting ready for ISO 222. Why would you ever invest in something that is not ISO 222 compliant or tied to ISO in any way? Rosie Rios says XRP is one of the few cryptocurrency options out there that has incredible and legitimate use. So financial institutions use it to settle cross-border payments. Now, she has said in the past the train has left the station. Not that it's too late to buy XRP. It's already been written. This is what's about to happen. That's what I believe she meant by that. So, Moneygram launches a Ripple powered remittance platform in Brazil. Now, I thought this thing with Moneygram was done with Ripple, but it looks like this is still ongoing. Upon the announcement, the XRP community responded excitedly as Moneygram's new platform was enabled through Frente Corretora, one of Ripple's long-term partners in Brazil. Although no mention of Ripple was made in the announcement, it appears that MoneyGram and San Francisco's fintech have a complex relationship. So I still believe they're working behind the scenes. I still believe Ripple and Stellar are working together a lot more than people think as well. I think Ripple's opening doors for Stellar because they're going to have to work side by side in the new financial system. They are so scared. They can FUD what they want, but no one will stop for what's coming. We can see the finish line already. I don't know about you, but I've been holding XRP for quite a long time. And the more and more I look at things going on in the world right now, the finish line is definitely in sight. I feel once that lawsuit wraps up, that's going to be it. If you're not invested in XRP by the time that lawsuit ends, you're going to be paying a much higher price for XRP. That's what it comes down to. And from there, I believe the price is going to continue upward as country after country adopts Ripple and starts using on-demand liquidity. XRP will have the same fate as the internet. The internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. Now, I remember seeing this years ago. People talked about this a lot. They said, the internet's never even going to get off the ground. No one's going to want to use it. And look at where we are today. All of a sudden, all the people that hate XRP or never even heard of XRP will hear of it. And the haters will regret not investing in it. If something happens to the bond market in Japan, could a massive liquidity crisis follow? Yes. What digital asset are most Japanese banks already utilizing? XRP. Cue the on-demand liquidity. And I believe all these banks are going to need liquidity at some point. Once this new financial system really starts to break down the current system we're in now and they have to bring in that new system, all of a sudden, every single bank is going to be scrambling for liquidity all at once. That's when we're really going to see XRP rise from the ashes. 99% won't make it because they will sell at $10, $100, $1,000. I'll sell my other tokens, but I'm holding XRP to lend to institutions or to stake on Flare. If I don't end up becoming an accredited investor, also, I could collateralize my XRP instead of selling. I don't think I'll ever sell all my XRP. I said it before, at some point I'm going to sell off 10% of it. I'm going to take a nice vacation, get away for a while, take a nice big long deep breath and figure out what I want to do. Because when XRP really takes off and euphoria sets in, that's what you need to do. You have to take a minute because all of a sudden you're going to have all this cash. And a lot of people do a lot of stupid things when they get cash that quick. They go out and buy Lambos. Then they realize it costs $10,000 a year to maintain that Lambo. Or they go buy a massive house and then they realize the taxes on that house are more than they're making in a year. So little by little, their money disappears. And where do they end up? Right back on crypto Twitter, talking about starting investing in different cryptocurrencies, hoping to chase the next big one to get rich all over again. You need to plan for what's about to come. It's bigger than we think. And you look around the world and you see all these countries. Before, sure, crypto went on a normal run. You followed market cap in previous cycles and you could tell where a cryptocurrency was going. Today, it's a little bit harder because what's about to come is bigger than market cap, bigger than previous cycles. The whole world is about to utilize XRP. And if you think the price is only going to get to $10 or $12, you're sadly mistaken, in my opinion. I believe it's going to hit some high numbers. And if you sell too soon, you will soon regret it. You can't follow what happened in the past anymore because we're seeing the world change. Everything is pushing towards utility now. You got to plan for that. And that's what it comes down to. And stay patient. You got to definitely be patient at a time like this because if you get impatient, that will also cause you to sell too soon. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.